action. Hey everybody, we're back. We're getting the band back together with my man Lee. This is Wack from Pure Goalie. We're going to talk about the much anticipated line from Brian's, the new Optic line. Get ready. Optic line, we're very, very excited. We've had the fortuitous opportunity to ride these things for a couple of weeks. This is cool stuff, Lee.
They are really stepping up the game this year.
They're pushing it, and one thing I like about that is they're simplifying their catalog. They're basically giving you one line with two different chassis. That's the first thing we really need to dive into. So the big talking points are, what kind of pad do I want and what's offered? You're gonna basically look at the same exact pad, two different lines we talked about. Their Flex Core and their Fly Core. What would be the two different differences? Let's say you get the Flex. What are we talking about when we're talking about a Flex Core?
Flex Core, more of your traditional feel where you're going to get a little bit more of that pre-curve. It's going to give you a little bit more of that mobility feel, close to the body. Playability is going to be there. Fly Core, you're going to gain more of that size. You're going to get that nice stiff, rigid pad, juicy rebounds, getting them away from you. You're going to look huge and you're going to play huge.
The Flex Core is going to have a kind of a predetermined pre-curve profile. It's built into the outer panel. They also do score a little bit of the chassis above the knee, so you're going to have that softer, more compliant feel up top. Kind of think in the worlds of the Genetic line. You've also got that 80-degree boot taper, so less interference when you're in a wider base. It's going to be a better skating pad. You're going to lose a little bit of coverage, but that's the trade-off. And just an overall softer boot flex. When you're fly, you're talking 90-degree boot, max coverage, stiffer boot, stiffer upper. It's also, like Lee alluded to, it's a straighter angle pad, so it's going to present bigger to the shooter. It's going to play away from the body. It's going to be more reliant on you having better flexibility and more spread in your hips, so you can get your skates to fly out a little bit post to post, that Marc-Andre style we always see. And you're going to get better coverage in that pad just because of the way it presents to the shooter. I mean, if you look at the overall profile, the height on this, or we'll call it the depth, is significantly reduced. You're going to drop weight. You're going to have better visual on pucks from a goal mouth scramble. I mean, how often do you really get any sort of a skip over? I mean, the density of these pads, it's really, it's nominal, you know?
You're not going to get it. And they've tried with, triangle rolls to give it the same effect. At the same time, again, it's not really going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, nice big aesthetic. That graphic just flows right into that. You're getting, that 11 inches looks 11 inches pronounced. It's a hard 11. When we move to the inner edge of the pad, this is kind of a four-prong system, we'll call it. Full Primo throughout. Primo's a proprietary material that they use. It's got a higher wear durability and a lot less viscosity. On wet ice, you're gonna fly. Harder HD foams, bindingless design, no drag, no wear, better durability. 45-degree laced-in knee block. It's kind of a feature we see a lot of pro and college guys get. It's just gonna make the pad feel just locked down tight. When you slam that pad to the ice, no compression or very little for that matter. So again, every time you transcend and you put all your energy into that slide, you're getting the max amount of speed and power through each power push when you're going left to right in the blue paint.
You're going to gain stability as well, because now when you're driving that knee, you don't have to push the knee to pull the pad. It all is one. It really slams it down for that great feel.
When we look at the back of the pad, you got your classic, we're calling it classic now. It's 5, 6, 7 years old, smart strap design. These guys have revolutionized this. They've taken out some of all the hex air in the knee cradle, so it's a little bit more cavernous, it's a little bit more generous in terms of giving you a little bit more space for a knee pad. Comes with a stock density, their mid-density option in their knee cradle, so they do have a firm option if you need something with a little bit more structure and stability when you're driving down for some of those bigger guys. Ecstatic throughout the shin, Primo down into the boot. If you notice, we've actually uncrossed these. If you want more of an open legs, Lee kind of goes this way, want something with a little bit more volume to it. You can even increase that more if you remove this air pillow, make the leg channel feel even a little bit more open. Removable laced-in outer knee wing. They've simplified their closure on the back end, no more hook around. I've seen probably 3 or 4 permutations of this through its inception. Smart toe, smart boot. The strapping has really revolutionized what we see industry-wide, and these guys are kind of the torchbearers. They are the kings of custom, but they kill it at stock. This is the Brian's Optic line. For Lee and Wack, Pure Goalie, we're signing off.